Hey, what's up, guys? It's Destiny.
And Eli. Honestly, we have a lot of good conversations and deep insight, and I feel like I honestly want to know what you guys think of some of these topics. So today we're gonna kind of just talk about one of them, and I want to know what you think. I feel like this social media era, like this internet era that we're in, is probably gonna be like the end of mankind as we know it. And like, I know that sounds a little dramatic, but like, let's actually break it down piece by piece, and maybe you might come to the same feeling. Since maybe 2010, like, would you say like 2010 or something?
Yeah, I would say like the 2010s, starting in the 2010s.
Yeah, since like the 2010s, when like everyone's connected, everyone's on Facebook, everyone's on. Yeah, I know that there was like social media platforms before, but like when it was kind of more the norm to be on the internet than not, it kind of started in 2010. And since that point, let's look at some of the things that's happened. We have everything's a subscription because companies know that you're more online and you're gonna probably be likely to watch things online now, so they can take advantage of charging you a monthly cost to watch like 5 different shows. You're gonna have 5 different apps just to watch those shows now, whereas before it wasn't like that. With music, everything's a subscription to some kind of application. Right. Spotify, this, that, games, you got V-Bucks, Robux, fuck bucks, whatever bucks, shiny rocks, whatever, Minecraft dollars. You got all types of different currencies online now. So games aren't the same. You used to be able to just pop a disc in and just play your game, but now companies know you're online, so they're going to take advantage of you, and this kind of leaks into everything, so it just made everything shitty.
Yeah, and ads too. Like, yes. You gotta pay to get ad free now. Like, you can't. Before it was like you're gonna pay for the subscription on Netflix, and this is how much it's gonna be. And then like now Netflix has it that it's like ads, and you gotta pay for the ad free. Even YouTube, you gotta pay for the ad free. All this type of stuff.
Yeah, like your kids don't want to go outside anymore. They'd rather be inside because outside is inside now. Because you got virtual reality where you can go outside, but you're inside. Like, everything is connected. We got like 2 major players for children right now, and they're not necessarily for children, but we got 3. Let's say 3. You got Mr. Beast, and then you got Kai, and you got Speed. And everything that they're saying, if you notice, Gen Alpha is like saying. So like the influence of just the internet is crazy, because the whole slang of a generation right now is based off of 3 people.
Yeah.
Like, that just shows right there a little taste of the impact that the internet has. And like, when you have that kind of influence, you gotta kind of step back and like, let's look at everything. Humanity. And when I say that word humanity, I don't mean a comment's gonna come down and blow everyone up. When I say humanity, it's like, what makes us us, and not a computer, and not AI, and not, when we used to go outside and play and dig dirt and, just race outside and fucking like do all that, and like come inside, spend time at the table, eat together, talk about your day, like read books and stuff like that. Like, no one does that stuff anymore, and those are the things that really like made us human. You know what I mean? Like, we used to call each other, or we used to, sometimes I remember my friends used to like sneak out of their house and come to my house, and we'd have sleepover. Like, when's the last time, like, those things don't happen as much anymore, and it's sad, because
it is. No, you're good. I mean, it's true, honestly. Yeah, it's true. It is scary to see that, like, only within like 15-20 years the internet has come as far as it has. There's all this AI stuff. Now the pictures are like real, the videos are real, so it's like, is that AI? Is that real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and these kids these days are like obsessed with YouTube, TikTok. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like TikTok. I'm usually on TikTok a lot, but like, they won't take their eyes off the screen. Yep. Like, literally. And if you tell them like, oh, take a shower, or why don't you get out, go outside and do this, or do anything outside of that, it's a problem. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, let's take a deep dive into this. And when I was saying earlier, let's take a step back and look at what's happening here, because everyone is like this. Everyone's like kind of brainwashed by their phone constantly, and like I said, it's leaking into the way you're watching TV, the way you're hanging out, because you got virtual reality, and like currency's changing. Like, so much is changing to the point where I bet you there's not many things you can think about that isn't changed by the internet. So that means companies more and more are getting control over you. because your whole life is now on the internet, and now companies can exploit that and take advantage of the fact that everyone's connected online and make your life transactional forever. And it wasn't like that before because we weren't all connected to the internet like that. Now companies have that much control over you. So we're only 15 years or so into this kind of era. So what can that look like in 100 years?
Okay.
Well, let's look at some stems that we got. We got this metaverse thing that Mark Zuckerberg is talking about.
Yeah.
The metaverse is here, and it's about to change the way we live, work, and play. But what exactly is the metaverse? Imagine a digital universe where you can do almost anything, from attending virtual concerts and shopping at virtual malls, to even working in virtual offices. It's like the internet, but fully immersive. Companies like Meta, formerly Facebook, are leading the charge. Their vision? A world where we no longer interact with screens, but step inside the internet itself.
Where he wants to have everyone connected on virtual reality helmets, and then he wants the new social media to be virtual. So instead of DMing somebody, you're gonna go walk to their virtual house and say hi to them. Or instead of like,
First of all, this is my first time hearing of this.
yeah, this is
like,
all
I did not know
this
about
is the whole change to Meta. That's the reason. Like, he wants to create a metaverse. He wants social media to eventually be online, like virtual, like be like virtually hanging out. Let's go hang out virtually. And the more and more this picks up, you're seeing it in gaming. Again, this has only been 15 years in or so of this era, and the virtual era has probably been the last 5 years.
And they have those new Apple glasses.
Yes.
Like what is it?
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, like,
y'all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The new Apple glasses that like your whole phone is like VR now. Like it's
so,
you know.
These are the stems, like the same way, you know, in the 50s or whatever. I'm probably getting this wrong. Like the first person making a phone call or a mobile phone, the first mobile phone was like in the 70s or 80s, and how quickly that escalated. We only are 5 years into this virtual reality stuff. So in 20 years, you can see everyone connected by virtual reality, and that would be the norm. Just like how Facebook and all that stuff is the norm now, and it wasn't 15, 20 years ago. Now it is. That is going to be the norm. Everyone's going to be walking around with shit all over their heads. Like, this is
Didn't
only...
The Simpsons have an episode like that?
Probably. The Simpsons produced everything. Like, they probably did. So I honestly think that humanity as we know it, like if there was a person, a time traveler that comes from 100 years from the past, I bet you, like, all of them in the future, like, everyone's kind of probably AI people. Like, everyone's kind of have the same personality, the same, like, wear the same clothes. Like, I can see that. Everyone's just saying, because you're connected the same way to the same shit. So you're just going to be, and everyone's following. Like I said, look at Gen Alpha. They're all saying the same stuff. They all sound the same. Like, when you see these kids, they all sound like each other.
And most of them don't even know what they're saying, honestly. You'll ask them, like, okay, what's that mean? And they'll be like, I don't know.
they all sound like each other because they're all influenced by the internet. So 100 years from now, everyone's going to be the same person. Everyone's just going to be the same. There's going to be no more humanity. It's sad to look at it.
I'm a very I don't know how you pronounce it, conspiracy type of person. So, I saw a video, like, a while ago. It was, like, maybe, like, 2 years ago. And it was this video that was, like, saying these kids encountered an alien. Okay? They're each, 3 kids from different countries, encountered an alien. And this alien didn't, like, speak to them. They, like, communicated telepathically. But, like, the kids knew what they were saying. And all of the kids, and when the person asked them, like, what did they say? All of the kids said that pretty much that the internet is gonna be the end of humanity. That's pretty much what it said.
I can see that.
And I saw that video 2 years ago.
I can see that. Like, you're looking at, like, guys, you're looking at it in real time, how it's already influenced your life. And like I said, everything is virtual dollars. Everything is subscriptions. Everything is online. Everything is smart. Your watch, your phone, your this, your that. Like, everything.
They even got smart scales. I didn't even know that. You know they got smart scales
mirrors
to, like, weigh yourself.
Oh, smart chairs, yes, they got smart everything.
That one's got it.
See, she's already, like,
smart mirror.
Guys, I think Gen Z and below and newer, y'all already influenced by this.
No, see,
this is all awesome to her.
I'm Gen. Okay, no. You're over.
This is terrifying to me. Everything doesn't need to be smart. Soon there's gonna be, like, smart groceries. Like, your food's gonna be smart somehow. Like, why? We don't need to
Listen.
put a screen on everything. I promise you don't.
I I was born in the 90s. Okay, I was born in the late 90s, so I am Gen Z, but I am like the beginning of Gen Z, which I don't know if I should be admitting that or not, but I am. So I have a little bit of both in me. Like, I have that Gen Z in me, but I also have that millennial in me too, because the way I grew up, the way I grew up was like, I didn't have like all this social media and stuff. Like, I used to go outside all the time. You know, that was like the way that you always just hung out and had fun, was being outside, like all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, but as I was getting older, of course, I did like, there was like my shows that I would like to watch. I wasn't like addicted to the TV, but like, you know when you get those shows on and shit like that. And like, I did have like some social media, but I would only go on it like occasionally. Like, for the most part, I was always like interacting normally with people. That was just normal. And now it's just like all through the phone, all through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like, it's just, what about music? What about music? Like, music seems like it's changed to me.
100%.
I feel like music had more humanity in it, and now it's just slap a beat on it, slap something that sounds good behind it, just say something. Everything's like a remix sample of something else that was already made before. Like, even music, is the humanity in that is leaving. No one's doing music videos as much anymore. Like, remember,
and music these days, like, no offense, but like, music these days is like, some of these songs is like, how the hell? You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
listen to all the how
like,
music. Like, this is what I'm talking about. She's part of the problem. Cause she
at least I can
to,
acknowledge that it's kind of like, you know.
She listens to all the nonsense music. Like, it's all dumb music now, and it's just like, and like, some of it sounds good. So like, I get why you listen to some of it, but it's like, there's no humanity in it anymore. Like, there's no personality in anything anymore. It's just all like, whatever I can slap on here to make money with, I'm gonna do. But like, you remember like waking up in the morning, VH1, MTV, playing music videos, and 6, 7 in the morning, you getting ready for school, and you got like the newest videos up, and like everyone was going out of their way, going all out, dressing up in those videos, making like the best video, because they wanted you in the morning to see like how much effort they put into their music. And like, you was just into, you went to school, you was like, yo, you saw that, blah blah, you know what I mean? Like, it just was it just brought excitement and enjoyment, and now it's just
And then you had your CD player, because you needed CDs, right? Because you couldn't, phones weren't smart like that, so like, you couldn't like listen to music on the go like that. Like, you either needed a CD player or like an MP3 player or something like that.
And that's the thing, it's like, even though you had some smart things like the MP3 players and the iPod and all that stuff, it was like, you went out of your way on your computer and you like put all these album covers and you like carefully selected all of your music, and you like, you know, put all your heart and soul into your playlist on your iPad, like, so you still had human personality behind it. And now it's just like, everything is easily accessible. You could listen to freaking German music in seconds if you want to. Like, everything is just accessible. It just takes the joy out.
See, some of it for me is like, some of it's cool and like handy, because it's like, there are things that's like, you know, that does come in handy, or like, you know, that's a pretty cool thing or whatever. But like, I also see how it's getting taken too far, in the sense of like, no one wants to actually interact with each other anymore, you know? Like, that part, yes, like, I get that. But as far as like things like, now you can just look up a song on your way out instead of having to download music on a CD, like, that part, yeah, that's convenient, you know?
And it also, the humanity is taken out by, you know, some of the roles you've seen in the past, where it's like, you see more men building houses and stuff and doing all that, because that's like, they didn't spend all their time online and stuff. Like, they were building stuff and learning trades and doing all that. There was better food made, because like, there was more passion in cooking and all that kind of stuff. And like, teaching the younger people how to clean and cook and do all these like tasks that are important to know how to do, like, to survive, you know what I mean? Like, all that kind of stuff. And none of that's really, like, it's happening still, but like, it's just slowly, the humanity in that is decreasing. You can see that, like, less people know how to do things and do trades and all that stuff, because everything's just online, and being a YouTuber and, you know, like, SoundCloud, and like, that's what everyone wants to do, pranks and videos. And like, so guys, pretty much we say this to say, when the next time you go on your phone, or you're in one of these situations and you kind of can see what we're talking about, just try to take a step back and be like, let me bring the humanity back into the situation.
Yeah.
Let me try to like restore what makes us people and humans, and like, let's try to get that back.
Right, like, even if it's just like making a phone call instead of sending a text, or you know, like visiting somebody that you haven't seen in a while or whatever, you know, because it is like sad to think like movie theaters these days are like empty, you know, because everything's on TV. You just watch it at your house.
I implore you to grab 3 of your closest friends, invite them to your house or go to one of their houses, get a board game, and see how much fun you have with those 3 guys playing a board game, having some drinks, and tell me that that wasn't more fun than whatever you just did online.
Right. Seriously. And honestly, that's my favorite kind of hangout, honestly, is like just doing something fun like that, something interactive, like a board game, or, you know, I don't even really like to like watch things if I'm going to hang out with a friend. I like to just interact.
Right. All right, well, if you want to see more topics, or you got a topic that's kind of on your mind, you want to chime in on this topic, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Tell us how you feel in the comments. I really do want to hear what you think about this. So go ahead and leave those comments. But we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.